bring in the congressman from the state of Wisconsin, Derrick Van Orden. Congressman, thanks for coming on here. We got to ask you about the big news of the day here. We were going to get to Speaker Johnson here in a second, but your thoughts on what's transpiring on the Senate floor.
Well, listen, people used to ask me, is there a reason that we should be impeaching Secretary Mayorkas? And I asked them to give me a reason why we wouldn't. So he has performed his job at an incredibly low level. He's directly responsible, along with President Biden, for letting in millions and millions of illegal aliens, including the one that that killed Laken Riley. Our citizens are being brutalized, they're being raped, and they're being murdered. That's factual by these folks that have been let into the country by President Joe Biden and Secretary Mayorkas. And I tell you what, this immigration is an issue across the entire country. In my district, it is uniformly condemned, the handling of the border, by Republicans, Democrats, and independents, because our brothers and sisters, our sons and daughters are dying of fentanyl overdoses on a nearly daily basis around the country, or on a daily basis, rather. And everybody knows that fentanyl is coming across the southern border. So Secretary Mayorkas has absolutely no business sitting around a cabinet table at all. He needs to tuck his tail between his legs and go home in shame. And I'm asking Chuck Schumer to make a good decision, which is a pretty big ask after he said that the Israeli government should change in the time of war. So I don't really trust Chuck Schumer's judgment in a lot of things. And I certainly don't think that they're going to objectively look at the fact that Secretary Mayorkas has performed at a level commensurate with someone that has absolutely no idea what the heck they're doing.
All right. And Congressman, unfortunately, I know you were saying you were requesting, hoping that Schumer does the right thing. But we've just learned that Article 1 of the 2 impeachment articles against Mayorkas has been dismissed. And again, so they will proceed now to that second article, which specifically is accusing Mayorkas of knowingly making false statements, which many Congress people and guests on our show have said they've sat in front of him and listened to him lie to them. So again, we will see how this will proceed. But again, our understanding is the Democrats, of course, have the majority, so that this trial will be dismissed. But Congressman, we do want to get to the topic of House Speaker Mike Johnson. We know that there are 2 Republicans now behind the push to remove him from his position, Marjorie Taylor Greene and also Thomas Massie. But the GOP has a 1-vote majority. We've had other Congress members on this show who've said, listen, enough already. We just need to work together and move forward. Your thoughts, and how do you see this proceeding?
There are several members of the Republican conference in the House of Representatives now that are actively working, whether or not they know it or not, to make Hakeem Jeffries the next Speaker of the House. It's that simple. I did not think it was a good idea to vacate Kevin McCarthy's speakership, and now you guys are seeing why. Now the people are like, oh my gosh, get rid of McCarthy. Let's get someone else in there. And that's what happened. We had 5 weeks at a standstill in Congress. And now Mike Johnson is the speaker, and they're saying the same thing. Get rid of this guy next. What's going to happen? Like, what would happen? Who's going to step into that seat? And we cannot function lawfully without a Speaker of the House. And there's a lot of stuff going on in the world that needs to be directly addressed. You're talking about Mayorkas. The border is still wide open. Joe Biden has the executive authority to close the border right now. Israel is under attack. For the first time in the history of the world, a direct attack from Iran to Israel. Ballistic missiles and drones. The travesties that are taking place in Ukraine right now. Hundreds of thousands of people are dead, Russians and Ukrainians. We don't know what Xi Jinping is doing as far as Taiwan, but we certainly know it's not good. So the issues that are taking place globally need to be addressed. The things that are taking place domestically need to be addressed. Joe Biden's economy, Bidenomics, is making it harder for people to fill up a gas tank and a grocery cart on the same day. These need to be addressed. And vacating a speakership right now in this time in history is a very, very bad idea.
Well said. Congressman Derrick Van Orden from the state of Wisconsin. Sir, thanks for coming on, and stop back soon.
Right on. You take care.